The best in poker news, entertainment, and more. This is the Mark Hoke Show.
All right, everybody, what's up? How are we doing today?
We're doing good.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. We got some new digs.
We're in a new location, baby.
You know, which is just fine with me, because you know what? I'm with the peeps.
Did you feel isolated on the other location?
You know, I'm torn, because, you know, I kind of like it down here. I mean, it's nice to be up at the Amazon room, you know, where we'll be back in about a week, according to all the scheduling craziness. But the World Series doing business.
As usual.
They got a vape booth.
What is a vape booth?
You smoke. You got the people selling the smokes. Maybe I should start vaping. Would that help me lose weight, Joe? I mean, I've never smoked. Honest God, I've never smoked anything in my life.
Never.
No.
Wow.
I have never picked up a cigarette. No pot. No hashish. No. I mean, I've lit stuff on fire.
No crack cocaine?
They kind of put me away for a little while for that, but, you know.
You never smoked any crack cocaine?
No crack cocaine, though some people would probably think I did. That would be good. Maybe I should get some Coke and you know, just put a line out here and just fire it up.
Oh, there you go.
Should we really be talking about that?
I
guess not.
The 12 o'clock tournament is going on break.
Yeah, see, this is the really fun part about being down here by Brasilia, which is kind of where we were supposed to be in this whole jumbled, crazy nonsense. Pray to God for the camera, everybody.
Yeah, the camera is...
pray to God. The cone's there.
It's at risk.
It is at risk, but I think we're going to be okay. Hey, but we are here on the Mark Hoke Show, even though I'm cracking my voice. I'm Mark Hoke, along with Joe Payne, and one of the lords and overmasters of the Nevada Poker League.
Wow, now I'm an overmaster.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
Or should I just said overlord?
Overlord.
Overlord and master.
Oh, master sounds like I control people.
You could. Jen Shahadi. What's up? Welcome to the new home. I know. I'm trying to. I'll be down in the rotunda in the front soon enough. But everybody's coming out here playing the second flight of the little one for one drop.
Was this the little one that's going on?
This is the little one for one drop right now going on.
Oh, there goes the camera.
And there goes the camera. There it goes.
Might not be a good spot.
Thank you very much. It's always a hazard out here.
Let me go adjust it.
Okay, Joe's gonna fix the camera.
Looks like it's just my show.
Let's see if everybody can figure out. There's a camera in front of us right there. There's a cone. Yep, there it is. This is gonna be fun. All right, we're gonna take it over under on how many people try to bump the camera and can't figure out that's a camera. Let's see what we can do. All right, good. A little bit more back. You had it. We're having fun here now. Too far, way too far. Here we go. Playing Joe Payne fixing the camera. Keep going. Whoop. All right. Perfect Joe Payne.
They put the cone in.
Yeah, he put the cone in front.
Yeah, because you had the cone underneath the camera, which really...
Maybe I should go borrow Poker News' arrows. They have no traffic like this. So let's see. Look, there's somebody stepping over the cone. This is going to be a fun game. Joe... Should we do
over and under?
Misses?
Want to do an over and under?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 12 because I'm kind of used to this. This has happened
12 from this point going forward, or
for this break.
12 people.
12 people coming close.
We've hit close or hit.
I won't say hit. Hit could be like a 3-ball. Cone jump is usually in the double digits every break here at the World Series when you're down here at the Brasilia.
Okay.
It's a little wider hallway in the Amazon room, by the Amazon room there. So, you know, it's and obviously we've created a new hazard out here for everybody with the stand and the Run Good Gear booth across from us. I kind of like I get to look at the Run Good Gear booth across from us. Maybe we'll throw the second camera up and when some pros are hanging out in the Run Good Gear booth. Plus we can videotape people doing stupid stuff.
That happens quite often.
Do you realize last night when I was down here, this is unbelievable. When I was down here setting up by myself, which I am going to pick a bone on the show.
With who?
You'll hear it. I am going to pick a bone. Literally, when I was sitting here within an hour, I had somebody fall asleep in the booth.
On your couch.
On the chair.
Okay.
They didn't even go for I was on the couch. They sat down in the chair and out.
You know, it's very tiring playing in tournaments.
It is.
And how late was this when somebody was falling asleep?
Oh, about 11.
11. So
-ish,
they've probably
ballpark.
been here close to 11 hours. Probably been here since noon.
Well, of course, these guys actually, for the one drop, only were playing 9 levels first 2 days. So lucky them.
This is day 2 of
This
flight
is
2?
Second, flight 2, flight B, as the kids like to say here.
And it's not like they can win by playing the little one drop to win a seat into the big one drop because that one's over with.
That would be a hell of an. Oh Jesus! I don't want to give the World Series ideas to make money.
Why
God
not?
forbid.
They should have done that to give away a couple of seats.
You know what you could have done? Imagine if they'd have also thrown in, if they do the little one for one drop first
before,
and throw in a $1 million seat.
They're not throwing in anything.
But obviously
they're taking it out of the prize pool.
They'll take it out of the prize pool or something. But could you imagine if they threw in some extra rake or something like that?
So let's say you're supposed to get.
I would pay extra rake to have a shot at that.
No, let's say you're supposed to get $1.3 million for first place, but you only get $300,000, and that $1 million goes to one drop. I'm not doing that.
That's not cool. But but it'd be interesting to see a figure way out, or even give a satellite seat.
Oh, they did run satellites.
Yeah,
they're kind of expensive though.
Yeah, $25,000. That would be
plus 300.
That would be kind of that would be interesting. See, look at this. Every year I come up with these ideas to make the World Series money. They come back and do them.
And they treat you so good for it, too.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely. But, of course, we're live here at the World Series of Poker. And, yeah, I'm grumpy, Mark, today.
You were really grumpy when I walked in.
I'm really grumpy because
About an hour ago, you were like, ooh. You gave me a look like, I said, what the hell did I do?
I represent the World Series well. I do my best. Year-round. Taking good care of the World Series of Poker and telling everybody how wonderful it is here.
They take good care of you?
On occasion. This was a little bit
I'm
of a
trying
shock.
to open the door for you here.
I know. Because,
keep on shutting it behind you, though.
Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I got told that we had to
vacate
our spot and come down here to Brasilia, which, okay, they sold our spot.
To a vape room.
To a vape booth. Are you kidding me? Because the vape booth is going to be representing the World Series so well. But I guess they're making money.
They're paying to be there.
Yeah.
Where you were there because of your good looks.
Yeah, and because I
personality.
And I promote the hell out of the World Series of Poker.
All right.
That's all right. All good. But here's what chapped me, Joe, and I'm going to it was a long night, and some people were concerned today, legitimately so, because yesterday my daughter came down, my wife came down, daughter, to help me move the stuff and, take me home. And the World Series, or I shouldn't say the World Series, the Rio security team threw them out.
Well, they didn't throw your wife out. They
threw my daughter out. My little 5-year-old daughter in the hallway of a convention center was removed from the facility.
Was asked to leave.
Yes.
She wasn't physically removed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I know you like to embellish the story a little bit, but...
Well, I'm just saying.
So did this piss you off?
Yes. A lot. They called the commandant. The commandant said, no, she must go. The 5-year-old would be a hazard. It would be a $250 fine.
So your wife just waited outside for you?
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
What'd you do?
Well, I had to set up, and so she went home.
Oh.
Even though I didn't know where she went because her phone apparently didn't ring last night. I was here until 2-ish.
So she
took a cab home.
She wasn't concerned about the...
No, she just...
How are you going to get home?
Well, I guess she sort of was, but she fell asleep and her phone didn't ring. At least so I was told.
You buying it?
I kind of have to at this point.
Okay.
I don't know. But,
it might have rang, but she might have been sound asleep and didn't hear it. Is she a light sleeper?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
But, so for everybody that was concerned last night, like me, because I was bugging you and everybody else.
I was more concerned about the disappearance of your wife. I
was worried.
I was in Anthem at a birthday/poker party when you called.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Well, I was at the final table, so.
Oh, nice. Good
yeah,
for
we
you.
chopped it 4 ways eventually. It was getting late. We chopped it 4 ways. So
Oh, very cool.
I cracked somebody's aces with my tens. Actually, it was a pretty good hand. I moved all in with pocket tens. I got called by pocket aces. I got recalled by ace queen, which is, and I forget what the other hand was. Well,
This sounds like level 2 of a World Series.
yeah, I won the flop in a 10, so I busted 2 players, crippled 2 more players, and then all of a sudden, a deal was brokered.
You scared him, Joe.
Yeah, I
You
clipped
scared him.
3 players for 25,000 each, and I forget what the other player had. It was short stacked. The ace queen was short stacked, so he just figured, let me take a shot. So when he turned over aces and turned over ace queen, I'm like, okay. He's only got 1 more out, and then someone said after all hands turned over, I threw away an ace, so he's got, no outs really, and I caught a 10 on the flop, so it was sweet.
There you go. Well, congratulations, Joe. Nice job.
Thank you.
So, see, look, Arctic Blue cooling towels are still sitting out here. They're the one of the most wonderful products in the world.
In the world.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow.
They're fantastic. So
You do keep cool.
You need an Arctic Blue cooling towel. Come down and get them. I have those sitting here at least, out in the open.
Was other things not in the open?
Don't get me started on that. We'll just let that
Keep
one
on
roll.
opening the door. You don't want to go through.
That one I'm not going to roll on. I'm just going to say
The door is open.
the door is.
Mr.
Just
Hoke.
come over and say hi there. Come over and say hi. We got you covered. But so by the way, I asked Seth Polanski, one of the media gurus here at the World Series, about the policy about kids, because I think that's something that people probably should know.
What is the policy?
You know, according to Seth, the kids are. If you have kids down here, you can walk in the hallway, but you can't go into the playing areas, which makes sense to me. That would make sense.
So why were the Gestapo, so to speak?
I have no idea, Joe. I was a little upset last night. Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody, just remember that.
So how much did this cab ride set you out?
$46
I
with
told
the tip.
Sissy, that's going to be at least a $40
Yeah, I knew it.
cab ride.
I knew
wow, that kind of
That
blows.
Sucked. That sucked. Did it suck or did it blow?
Both.
Yeah.
40.
I don't mind suck and blow at a party.
So
but
46 including tip, or
yeah, including tip.
so what was on the meter?
40.75.
Oh, okay. I was right on the button. I said $40.
Yeah. Yeah. So thanks everybody.
The
Thank you.
The cab drivers of Las Vegas. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. He was a really nice guy, by the way.
Was he? Did you
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. You want to talk
tell
about?
him your dilemma?
Yes, I did. You want to talk about a surreal cab ride, by the way? He's sitting there playing like Pink Floyd and that kind of a little bit of psychedelic music.
It is about 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning.
That was 2:30 in the morning when I got home.
That's the kind of music you should be driving to at 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's kind of surreal. That's like a movie scene there. Like, what am I going back to the house to?
So you walked in the house, wife was out cold.
Well, I beat the hell out of the door because I didn't have a house key. All my keys are on the van ring too.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it was just a disastrous night. So
this probably explains the mood that you were in this morning.
It didn't help. But I got to thank Danielle Stryker, who's going to be on the show tonight.
Okay.
With Tom McAvoy talking about the new Poker Samadhi book. Danielle was a sweetheart and came over and picked me up and brought me down here this morning.
Oh, this morning?
Yeah.
The wife didn't. Is she still sleeping, or her phone?
No,
didn't ring?
she's at work.
Okay, I thought the phone didn't ring. You called her from
from
the other side of the bed, and the phone didn't ring. So was there? Okay, let me just ask this question.
Sure, go ahead, Joe.
Was there a little tension at the Hoke household last night?
There was a little tension at the Hoke household last night. Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little. I wiggled it just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
The finger?
Yeah.
Did you do one of these?
Maybe not that one.
Don't leave me ever again down there.
Oh, that was so bad. But everybody's okay. Everybody's happy, sort of. I'm sleepy, though.
Now, if the wife would have waited in the parking lot, how long would she have to wait for you?
It would have been about an hour and a half to 2 hours-ish.
Wow. I mean, you don't live that far away.
Well,
she could have came back.
Well, yeah. That's what I was hoping. That was the plan. Yeah, she didn't come back, Joe. She left me.
Or, here's the other choice. You drive her home, and you come back with the van, and then you can leave whenever you're done.
I could have, but I had the Rio staff there. See, I tell you, the Rio gang that handles the internet stuff, That's Encore and the Rio staff that handles all of the maintenance needs and things like that. Terrific. They actually helped haul all the stuff down here.
Oh, they helped you.
Oh, absolutely. Those guys were great last night. Other than trying to pick up a rack that had stuff in it that instantly fell apart, they did a great job. So I give props where props are due. But yeah, Rio security, not so much today.
Okay.
Anyway, so that's
But
my
it's not
story,
the-
and I'm sticking to
It's
it.
not the first time they threw your daughter out, though.
Second time.
Second time.
Second time. After I thought I got clarification that we were all good. So
Oh, now she's good to come down?
I don't know now. I have no idea, Joe. Everybody's doing different shit here. But anyway.
If I were you and if I needed a ride home, I wouldn't test the waters.
Yeah.
Just have the wife come down and wait in the car outside for you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I
the...
should have sent them up to Hash House. Well, they're closed. Maybe the All-American Burger or something.
Yeah, just sit there and have a burger waiting on you.
But, of course, they'd have walked through a gaming area to do it, so I guess they would have gotten thrown out of there, too. Anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry. We got poker going on. It is the World Series. There's stuff happening, Joe. We had a couple of wild ones last night.
So if you're a baseball team and you're going into the top of the ninth and you're winning 18-1,
I would
pretty much pack it up. You know you're going to win,
I would
right?
expect to put that thing away.
Right.
I would. But last night,
Something happened here last night?
one of the most difficult defeats for somebody to swallow, and maybe in World Series history last night, happened. Philip Hui wins. Of course, he's a 4-time circuit ring winner, makes a massive comeback in the Omaha high-low from 18-1 down to win a World Series of Poker bracelet.
Now, the gentleman he beat, did that gentleman have a bracelet?
No, Zachary Milkman did not. He has one. I believe he has won a circuit ring, but unfortunately for him, last night was not his night to win a World Series bracelet, and it was just one of those situations where the cards just didn't fall. From every account that I've heard and read, it really wasn't a matter of, by the way, there's 6. It really wasn't a matter that he played bad, just the cards did not fall for him. And so, unfortunately, Zachary Milchman
stinging
comes
defeat,
up short.
especially if it's your first bracelet.
Yeah,
it would have been his first. You know, you don't know, like, you hear a lot of players say, you never know when you're going to get back to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Right.
You never know when you're going to get heads up for a bracelet. And to have an 18-1 chip lead and not complete the task, that's got to hurt.
Yeah.
Because you just never know, will you ever even have the chance to get back there?
Exactly. That's gonna be a tough one. You gotta feel for Zach, but Phil Pui wins event number 59 last night, knocking off Zach Milchman for that bracelet. Michael B's coming in third. Ismail Bojang, who led that final table, the German who's just been having an outstanding World Series, comes up short, finishing fourth. John DiAgostino, that's the name we all remember from the now defunct U.S. Poker Championships out east. DiAgostino coming in fifth.
Did he go heads up with Phil Ivey?
No.
There was a guy named D'Agostino that
I don't remember that.
Back at a New York Championship. Yep.
Okay. But
he was heads up with Phil Ivey.
David Williams out in sixth. Matt Glantz comes up short on another run for a bracelet. He finishes seventh. Jordan Morgan eighth, and Joe Mitchell ninth in the Omaha high-low split 8 or better event. Another bracelet that we had given out last night, the No Limit Hold'em Mix Max. Event 58, that one wrapped up yesterday evening. And East Coast Grinder, baby. Jared Jaffe bringing it home. You got to love that. He knocks off Mike Watson, takes it down, and Jared Jaffe, of another one of those guys that's been out there forever, grinding away, and now wins his first World Series of Poker bracelet. Jaffe beating Mike Watson, Mark Herm coming in third on that one, Brandon Cantu in sixth, Jeff Gross in seventh. But a very popular victory for Brandon Cantu, and all the AC grinders out there get a great night to celebrate with Brandon Jaffe. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta love that.
Now, is Phil Ivey considered an AC grinder?
I guess deep down at heart, sure. I think he's kind of transcended the label AC grinder, though. I think when you kind of start taking over the world, I think you get to drop that moniker. You know, like L.A. grinder, Vegas grinder.
So when you hear someone say they're a Vegas grinder, this is someone who stays exclusively in Las Vegas, doesn't travel, and just is out there playing.
Yeah, generally. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, gets out a little
You
bit.
don't grind your way out of Las Vegas. You just grind Las Vegas.
Yeah, you can grind it into the ground, or it'll grind you down, too. That's the way it goes.
See, I always get this opinion or this feeling when you talk about somebody who's grinding. They're grinding low-stakes games. I don't see somebody playing big stakes as a grinder. Grinding 1-2, 2-5, no limit. Is that possible?
Kind of. I suppose if it's your living, you're grinding away.
Okay.
There's all sorts of grinders.
Can you make a living playing 1-2, no limit? Tough, right?
Not easy. Maybe 2-5, you could survive.
Yeah, 2-5 probably.
Yeah.
You know what's strange is that there's the formula of how much you should win playing limit poker, and it ranges between 1.5 to 2 big bets an hour. But has anyone ever come up with a graph or a chart to figure out what your hourly win rate should be in a 1-2 or a 2-5 no limit? Because obviously you just can't go by the blind and say, well, I should win $5 an hour playing 1-2 no limit, because you're going to go broke eventually between gas money to get there and tip money. And so do you know of a formula to calculate what your win rate should be in a 1-2 no limit game? Or
I don't know, but I'm sure
it varies, right? It must vary based upon the composure and structure, or not the structure, but the lineup, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe that would be interesting to ask some of our resident experts flying around here at some point. Yeah.
What is an acceptable win rate at 1-2 or 2-5 no limit per hour?
Yeah.
What can you expect to win?
Well, I'll tell you what, some people when they were expecting they were expecting to win and they did it. We got the bracelet ceremonies going on right now inside the Brasilia room, which is one of the nice things about being right down here, because we're right by all the craziness that goes on the stage up there.
Yeah, we weren't too far away from the craziness at our other location.
Yep. So sounds like we got a couple bracelets being awarded right now. Event 61, that 10K 7-card stud, that one's still firing off. They are down to 9 on that one.
Todd Brunson was the leader coming back today. Is that correct?
Yes, he is. Todd Brunson.
Phil Hellmuth in third, I think.
980. Steve Landfish at 550. Hellmuth is at 404. Matt Grapenthien, that's a friend of our co-host Nate Dowland, is in fourth. Ben Yu, who was the chip leader going into yesterday, is sitting in fifth place right now. James Obst out of Australia is in sixth. Jesse Martin, who came in third in the Poker Players Championship, is in seventh. Henry Ornstein in eighth. And Henrik Hecklin sitting at only 46,000 chips, so that's going to be go big or go home on that one, is in ninth. But pretty exciting lineup there. Boy, I'll tell you what, could you imagine I want to see Ben. I'd love to see Ben Yu win this bracelet. One of the great young grinders out there. But how about Brunson Hellmuth? Possibility heads up.
Interesting.
Wow. And maybe the live stream will be set up for that.
That's a 7-card stud, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Phil Hellmuth chasing bracelet number 14. I guess he's kind of pissed at Ivy now. So it's like, I guess I better reopen my lead.
Well, he lost the money lead to Negreanu now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, Daniel Negreanu, of course, finishing second in the one drop yesterday, and puts himself at the top of the money list, all-time money winning list. You think that's legit, Joe? Should the one drop money be counted?
No, shouldn't count. Too big of a. Yeah, because it doesn't allow everyone to play that tournament.
Yeah, and that to me is, it's not necessarily a buy-in to me, even though obviously it's, not everybody can put up $1 million. But when you cap the field, that to me is the biggest issue. It's technically not an open tournament.
Right. And what you should do, the way they do the player ranking is based upon the buy-in, the amount of runners, so to speak, or players. I think when they do the money thing, that might be a good way, too, of calculating the money, is that, okay, the bigger the buy-in, the less the multiplier.
Right. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Then there would be a good way of an average cash per se,
right,
as opposed to total winnings. Because when you see somebody, okay, this particular player has won $2.8 million in tournaments, okay, How much has he spent in tournaments, though?
Yeah.
You know,
See, that would be to me. That would be so interesting if you could go
a
back
bottom line,
and find out who's actually a
profitable
player,
exactly,
as opposed to who's
right.
you know.
A bottom line. Hey,
Yeah.
you've won $3 million, but how much did you spend to win the $3 million?
Right. Did you
You know,
spend
if you
7? That's not really a good poker player.
You know, obviously negative $4 million, and everybody's raving that you won $3 million, but you spent 7 to win the 3, and it's just not positive equity.
Yeah, you bet.
Now, would you? You kind of threw this out here. Are you suggesting that I walk into the Brazilian room and grab me a bracelet winner?
Hey, we could.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to do that then.
All right. We'll see who we
I'll be
can
back.
who we can get married. Maybe Jared Jaffe's getting his bracelet. I'd love to have Jared over here. Event number 60, the one that I played in and watched everybody bite the dust, or myself anyway, is down to 18 players. David Bravin out of Pordenone, Italy, leading the way in first place at 1.4 million. Cherish Andrews. Well, how about that? Cherish facing the bracelet down. She's at 1.15. Steve Sung is in third at 1.13. Erwan Perchu, who has been at the top of this leaderboard for a while, is in fourth. Kenneth Gregerson in fifth. Matt Alexander in sixth. Zach Grunberg, who, by the way, has had a great series. Of course, he has a 4 deep runs now in this World Series, including a final table on the Monster Stack, is at 700,000. Daniel Hull in 8th. Guillaume Marshall in 9th. And they have big names. Kurt Jules in there in 13th. And those are your real big names left, and actually down to 18 left, or 17 left in that one. So that's where we stand right now in event number 60, the No Limit Hold'em tournament, the $1,500 tournament that kicked off a couple of days ago. The 10-game mixed six-handed event starting up yesterday. That's always a wild one, and we'll get you an update on that one in just a second. Da-da-da, here we go. It'll pop up sometime. Not sure why we're running so slow on that. We get it? Not yet. Bear with me for a second, guys. We're just trying to get this chip count up there for you. All right. And for some reason, still not loading. So we'll try and get that for you momentarily here, as fortunately it looks like we've don't have that handy, but it'll come up at some point, so we'll get you the update on event 61 in just a little bit. Of course, we want to thank all of our great sponsors of the show, and one I do want to make sure that we mention, brand new guys on board, and we'll have the ad in the rotation for tonight's show, but our good friends at Deej Poker, brand new poker apparel company. I'll tell you what, these guys are awesome, man. Join the Deej movement. I mean, if you're a degenerate poker player, just like all of us, you're going to love Deej. So check them out today at Deej Poker, DEEG Poker.com, and say hi to those guys there. Well, I'll tell you what, we have some great outfitters, and you can put together some great stuff with some Blind Squirrel apparel, some Run Good gear, Team Poker Joker gear, and Deej Poker gear. I mean, man, you don't have to go anywhere else but the Mark Hoke Show. Period. End of story. So I want to welcome the Deej guys on board. All right. Boy, I'm not sure why those updates are not loading. We'll try that again, as that always makes it tough. But Joe in there right now trying to corner somebody here. Let's see if we can get one of the bracelet winners in here, and trying to get those chip counts rolling. I think it's going to load, everybody. This is exciting. I know. Scintillating radio, thanks to that. But, of course, pretty interesting discussions yesterday. If we'll have the show up in just a little bit, at some point this afternoon. But a great discussion on our chat box yesterday on the Daniel Coleman one-drop situation. And, we'll probably talk to Joe a little bit about that. We have a little more time to really break that down. But that was a great job by everybody last night in the chat box. So we want to thank you guys for pitching in on that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, but I got to tell you, Olivier Bousquet kind of got himself in the discussion that we were in got pretty hectic about the fans not being well, I want to pull the I want to try and pull the tweet here because to me this it's an interesting discussion. Uh, Yeah, but at one point that he said that about the poker boom was, though I have personally benefited, doesn't seem unreasonable to argue that the boom has caused more overall harm than good, and that really got a few people fired up on that. Um, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to find another tweet and I can't do it. So we'll try and get into that discussion a little bit later on this afternoon. But Joe trying to bring one of the bracelet winners out. So if we can grab a quick interview with somebody while we're down here. Appreciate you bearing with us on the late start. Things kind of got a little crazy out there with us making the move and then having to readjust some more things here in our booth. So pretty entertaining day for yours truly. Let's take a look at what is going on today here at the World Series. Of course, yesterday, well, if we can get those chip counts loaded. But yesterday, of course, the little 1-for-1 drop kicking off. The first flight, of course, 2 flights today, both playing 9 levels, and then they're going to come back tomorrow and continue this thing right up through the main event. Let's see. And Event 62, Jason Wheeler comes in listed as your leader in the first flight. And there we go. Finally got everything going here again. So let's get you updated on that 10-game mixed 6-handed tournament that we wanted to talk about. And we'll get into the little 1-for-1 drop in just a second. The 10-game mix, 85 players left in that one. Britain's been having an awesome World Series. Is leading the way 62,000. Scott, according to what they have. Scott Clements at 55.8. James Carroll 50,850. Michael Trivet at 50,000. Justin Bonomo chasing down, trying to get back in the Player of the Year race. 49,050. Orjan Skomo at 46,475. Andrei Zaichenko at 46.3. Sergei Rabchenko at 45,250. Other notables, Paul Sokolov, who finished third in a bracelet event earlier this year at 38,050. Victor Ramdas at a little over 37,000. Roland Israelishvili just seems like he's everywhere, 36.7. Alan Cunningham got to 35 yesterday. Sean Buchanan is at 32.6. Daniel Negreanu is in this one. He's a little over 30,000. Of course, curious to see how deep he was. All right, and let's see if we got any updates, because I'm curious to see if there's any listings about how many rebuys we had going on that, and not quite seeing it. But I know a lot of people were going to the booth pretty quickly. But your entries on that, 400. Well, actually, I'm sorry that we'll get that on the one drop. But this one's 6. Sorry, guys. I am really tired. 85 remaining, 455 entered that $1,500 10-game mix 6-handed event. The little 1-for-1 drop, we'll pull that one for you. And they're listing 62B. Let's see if we can get 62A on that for you. And wait and see if Joe comes back here. Looks like Aaron Gustafson is firing his 4th bullet today. And just looking to see if anybody got another interesting counts on that. Not really. There's a lot happening in that tournament. Let's go to your chip counts on that. And 2,000. So we've got 2181 that entered this thing yesterday. Of course, re-entry for the first few levels on that. Farid Kayarash is at 39.6. He's going to be out in front on that. Drew Smith 23.5. Larry Karambas 18. a little over 18,000. Lon Schwartz at 16. So that's where that one stands at the moment. Here, the little one for one drop, of course, is going to see a lot of entries today. This one should be a pretty wild one this afternoon, as we'll see a lot of people headed for the cages and back as event 62. The little one for one drop moves forward. Of course, we're getting awfully close here to the main event, event 64, the final event before the main event kicking off today, a Pot Limit Omaha tournament. And then these guys everyone will be back in here at least starting Saturday, as we'll be playing for the World Championship starting on Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon, technically at noon. All right, I'll tell you what, we're still waiting for Joe. I've been kind of stalling it out here a little bit. So let's take a quick commercial break, and we come back. We'll see what Joe comes up with and so on right after this. So thanks for hanging in there. We'll be right back.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water, and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become one way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final9Comic.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo, or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker fell. So go there now with the promo code HOKE, that's HOKE, for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up. Your business and promotion will only go as far as your website will take you. That's why the Mark Hoke Show has only trusted one name for over 2 years, BlueRail.net. Whether you need custom website design and development packages, or simply need a host for your website, Blue Rail is the only developer to turn to. It's time to discover the world-class personalized service only the Blue Rail team can provide. Visit us at BlueRail.net and call 520-822-5128 right now for your free consultation today. So get on board at BlueRail.net. How far do you want to go?
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel apparel.
It's time to get on board with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour. The PPC caters to amateur players as well as upcoming and touring pros with affordable buy-ins and outstanding structure. The fastest growing poker tournament invades Las Vegas with 2 big tournaments, the Desert Open, June 29th and June 30th at the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino, and at the Tampa Bay Downs, July 10th through the 20th, for the North American Championship with $300,000 in guaranteed. You can win your way to the PPC Championship in Aruba, featuring the $200,000 guaranteed main event hosted by PPC Ambassador Joe Sirac. For all the details, visit us at ppcpokertournament.com. Join in the excitement in Las Vegas and around the U.S. with the Players Poker Championship Poker Tour.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, let's return to the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
All right, we are back and perfect timing. I've been wanting to have on the show for a long time, and I am thrilled to see one of the East Coast boys stepping up, baby. There you go, Jared Jaffe. What a night for you yesterday, and such a long quest, man. You have been pushing so hard to make this happen. How you feeling right now? What's up?
Good. I mean, it's been a long time coming. I've been coming out to the series for like 6 years now, and I've had a couple close calls. I had a third last year. I had a final table a couple years before that. A lot of like finishes in the teens. It's just something I've always wanted really bad. People say they want the bracelet more than the money, but it's really true. I really wanted the bracelet really, really bad.
Joe, he wanted the bracelet. He wanted the bracelet more than the money. Well, we'll get it. We can get to that. But so take us through that final table. A wild ride for you, that was for sure.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I knew it's a weird spot because you come in and I had a 2-1 chip lead, but so it's like you kind of like feel like, oh, I need to win. I can't blow this. But when you're playing heads up, 2-1 can flip flop really easily, and I'm playing one of the best players out there, who I know is going to make limited mistakes, if any, and I know that any mistake I make, he's going to capitalize on. So I knew I needed to do a lot of things right, and I just kind of grinded him down from like 2.2 million to like 700,000, and then we get it in, and he doubles, and then I grind him down a little bit more, and then he doubles again, and then I bluff off a bunch. Next thing I know, I go on break, and I don't even have the chip lead anymore. And had to start over, had to regroup, did a little lap, talked to a few people, and went through the same process again, grinded him down, and then got fortunate. He got under 20 bigs, and I got it in bad, but in a spot where I couldn't really fold, and the run out was as good as it was going to get for me.
What kind of information, and if you can move in just a little bit, Jared, what kind of information did you get on the break? You said you talked to some people. Was it just advice on your play or on Watts or what?
No, it wasn't on him, or it wasn't even on me. It was just like people know, like, I can get down sometimes when things aren't going great for me in a tournament, and people are just like, listen, I mean, you're heads up for a bracelet, and you're basically heads up in chips. Like, I mean, who wouldn't want to be in the situation? Like, it's never going to be easy, so it'll be that much more satisfying when you win after a little bit of turmoil. So, I mean, I just kind of settled down a little bit, determined that I was going to change my gears a little bit, because I had kind of been playing pretty tight before. Not tight, but I wasn't 3-betting hardly at all. I wasn't really I wasn't building many pots. I was just I was doing a lot of flatting and check calling and whatever, even though I had the chip lead, because I figured that was optimal against him. But then I figured once he got closer, he was going to start to try to gain on the momentum. And I kind of felt like since I hadn't been 3-betting much and I hadn't been making too many moves, raising flops and stuff like that, that he'd start giving me a lot more credit for it. And that was going to be the avenue I was going to need to take to get back in the chip lead. And it worked. I mean, I pretty much – I made one really big hand and I won a pot when I flopped top pair, and he called a check raise, and I turned aces up, and he paid me off on the turn. He folded the river. I actually thought I was going to get a call, and it would be just about over then, but he folded. But yeah, I mean, I just kind of flip-flopped my strategy there after the break, and I think he was a little caught off guard because it was like completely the opposite of how I was playing before. So he was giving me credit a lot of times when I was light. So.
Well, how hard is that to do though when you're playing for a World Series bracelet, and a lot of people in that spot may get a little bit tentative, and but how hard is it to really make that push and say, you know what, I've got to really go for this, because it's scary when you do that, because you realize you could 2 slip-ups and you're probably done.
Yeah, it's weird, but for me, whenever I'm playing a tournament, especially like in a big spot, like in a big buy-in, or like when I'm deep, like on a day 2 or day 3, for me, like I don't feel comfortable almost until I've lost a big pot. It's like it kind of like jolts me into like, all right, I lost the big pot. All right, now we move on. You know what I mean? And it kind of it might like tilt me a little bit for a second, but then I just kind of like feel like, oh, okay, like whatever. Now I'm behind, so like I got nothing to lose almost. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm playing somebody who I know is exceptional, and I mean, there would be no shame in losing to him, but I'm not gonna lose by letting him run me over ever. I'm gonna make him earn it. And if he was gonna beat me, he was gonna beat me, having to make a tough call on a tough spot, or to have to really, pull out his A game. And if he did it, God bless him. I'd shake his hand, and if not, let's do it. Let's get a bracelet.
Yeah, and the Mix Max is always a very difficult tournament too. I think a lot of people, where they really get nervous about is when they have to play the 4-handed. For maybe a newer player. If you want, tell everybody a little bit about what the keys to success are when you're playing 4-handed as opposed to 6 or 8.
Yeah, it's weird. Actually, I came in 3rd in the 4-handed here last year, so I had a huge advantage because I was like totally comfortable with 4-handed play. Even though I've only played it like 2 times, but like I played it, a lot last year in that one event. And what's also funny is a lot of times when you're playing 4-handed, you're playing 3-handed as much as you're playing 4-handed, because there's an empty seat so often. And,
oh yeah.
Because I mean, basically you're playing every hand. I mean, you kind of gotta really go with your instincts. I feel like you got a lot of these math-based players who are very like analytical and whatever. I'm probably less that way, even though I know the math. When you get 4-handed, I feel like it's a lot more feel and a lot less math, because you just kind of gotta feel your way around the table. You gotta kind of. Do you think they're light, or don't you? You know what I mean? Because they're going to be playing pretty much every pot. Like you can't by the time we get 4-handed, the blinds are so high. You can't just sit there. So people are going to be playing. 3-betting means nothing. 4-betting doesn't even mean a whole lot. I mean, when we were 6-handed, we were at 2 3-handed tables, and I opened, and Brandon Cannon 3-bet, and then the lady who was at our table cold 4-bet, and I had opened with Ace Queen suited, and I had like 1.1 million. And I mean, a lot of times when you get cold 4-bet by a lady, your ace queen's going into the muck pretty quick there. But when we're playing 3-handed, it was just like, all right, we're all in. If you got it, enjoy. Yeah, you just gotta switch gears a lot. You gotta turn it up. You gotta put people in situations that they're not comfortable with. And the thing is, if you feel like you're uncomfortable on a spot, imagine how uncomfortable you can make them if you come right back over the top. You know what I mean?
Very true.
It's their big hand shrivel up pretty quickly. And, you just, I'm very feel-based. That may be the reason why sometimes I make some mistakes that people might shake their head at. I definitely can improve on certain things. There's no question about that. But I think when it comes to just game feel, that's probably like my best attribute. And when you're shorthanded, I think that's probably the most important thing to have.
That last card hits.
Yeah.
It's over. What is going through your mind? Because I know how hard you've worked in your career. I mean, what went through? It's
weird because the last card hit, and everybody thought I didn't realize that I won because I didn't even react. I just kind of sat there for about 5 or 6 seconds to the point where the guy announcing it wasn't even sure if I won. It took him like a good 6 or 7 seconds to announce the straight, and he even apologized after. Like, you know, like the way you reacted, I wasn't sure if I was reading the board right. You know, it was just kind of like it was like kind of one of those surreal feelings, like where you're like, wow, this just happened. You know, you never think that, like, as close as you get, you never think that it's gonna happen. Like when that final card hits and you realize that it's over, it's just kind of like, wow, like I worked real hard for this. You know, a lot of people who don't play poker don't realize. You know, they think it's, you know, there is a lot of luck in it, and they think there's you know, it's just this game. People go and they play cards, whatever. They're not sitting in an office, whatever. But people who play, they understand that you put a lot of work into this game, and it's really, really tough to win a tournament, and it's a lot tougher to win a tournament here. And, you know, people win and lose their money every day. You know, people who are rich go broke, and people who are broke get rich. But, I mean, you know, assuming I don't sell the bracelet on eBay, I'm going to have that no matter where the money goes. So, you know, they can't take that away from me.
And, of course, a lot of friends supporting you, too. I mean, what did that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, my friends are awesome. I mean, not just here, but, like, at home. I mean, it's crazy to think how many people literally sit there by their computers every day and like sweat me in every tournament I play, even if it's like, you know, a small local tournament to like, you know, the WSOP main event. I have literally hundreds of people texting me and, you know, wishing me luck and following me. And then, like, obviously my poker friends here on the rail, they were, you know, it was funny because I was sitting there and, like, one of my friends, Ben Zamani, he used to stake me in, even when I was at WPT final tables and we were staying in the same room and the final table was at our hotel. He didn't even leave his room to come watch the final table, even when he was staking me.
Wow.
And he's very superstitious, and he's like a real quiet guy. And I came back from the break after losing that big pot, and he was sitting on the rail, and somebody screamed, like, his online name was the Stein. They're like, the Stein's here now. And I kind of looked up at him, and I just had this, like, this inner peace about me. I was like, well, if he's here, something good's going to happen. Because, you know, he came out of his cave. But all my friends, you know, they were screaming, and they were so supportive, and they sat there for 3.5 hours. And it definitely wasn't the most exciting heads-up match. It was pretty boring. I mean, there wasn't any talking. There weren't too many big pots. But they were screaming every time I took the blinds down. And, you know, I got to be honest, it wouldn't feel even a tenth as good if I didn't have all the people who are, you know, on my side. Everyone's great, especially my family also. My parents are great. Everyone's great. It's I've had more support over the last, you know, 6 to 10 years playing this game than anybody could dream of. So it just feels good that I could win it for everybody.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I'll tell you what. You want to show everybody at home that bracelet?
Yeah, my pleasure. It's funny, the bracelet comes from the same place I bought my watch last summer.
Oh, there you go.
So maybe I'll just keep picking up jewelry from there.
There you go.
There it is.
There it is. Way to go, Jared. Jared Jaffe, winner of event number 58, the No Limit Hold'em Mix Max, and a very deserving victory for a great player and one of the nice guys in the game.
I appreciate that. I really do.
Congratulations,
so
Jared. Way to go.
Take care.
Now you can go party it up.
Take a nap. I didn't go to 8 in the morning.
All right. Yeah, there you go. That guy is awesome. I'll tell you what.
To the right.
He is one of those guys out there that has just been banging away for years now. And to see him succeed, you know, getting that World Series bracelet is absolutely fantastic. So big congratulations to Jared Jaffe.
A New York City boy.
Yeah.
New York City boy.
Good kid.
Went to Brooklyn Law School. We had a conversation while walking over. He's a Brooklyn boy, and I had a choice of 2 bracelet winners, and, you know, I went with the Brooklyn boy.
Oh, you could have got them both.
No, not really. But
okay.
I have to, when I go there, I'm like, which one do I want? I saw the Brooklyn T-shirt. I'm like, it's my man.
Done. Book it.
It's my man. Similar to when we were at the World Series of Fighting at the Hard Rock. What was that, last weekend?
Yeah.
You know, when I picked the Brooklyn guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think you owe me $1, by the way.
I do owe you $1.
Yeah.
Do I get my? I got to review the video on the
oh God,
on the Mizrachi thing, because I think we washed.
No. The bet was.
I'm going to review the video.
The Gabe Kaplan bet is what you owe me $1 for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. How does Mizrachi?
I think you owe me on the Mizrachi last longer bet. In the
No, we didn't do that.
Said, I'm going to double check. Here's
what we did. We said if we made a bet on who was going to make the final table, And we said, okay, what happens if both of them make the final table? And you said, we'll do a last longer on the final table. But neither Mizrachi nor Negreanu made that final table. So
I'll check the video. Don't worry
Pay
about
me?
it. But, sir, a well-earned dollar
You know,
for you.
do I have to? I've taken. I feel like I've taken so much money off you.
Oh,
that
whatever.
I've never paid you yet. I just keep on winning my bets with you. True or not true? Have I paid you at all? No.
Well, you kind of paid me with my own money.
I paid you back.
You gave me a Teddy KGB.
All right.
I pay you with your own money.
The Mark Hoke Foundation.
Those dollars don't get away from me very often. But there was a fun stab in the dark.
It was
a fun stab in the dark.
Gave you, and also Jake from UK. I hope if he's listening in, you got to send me $1 too, because I booked his bet too. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
gave you both. I gave you 5-1 or 6-1, and I gave him 5-1. That Gabe Kaplan would not win the one drop.
Gave it a hell of a run though.
He didn't even make the final table.
He gave it a hell of a run. Come on, man. Gabe doesn't get to
I
play
make it
that
a hell of a
much.
run when I sit down.
Well,
that doesn't mean I'm.
Well, Joe, that's incontinence. That's
when you sit down, you're gonna make you might have the runs when you sit down. There you go.
Bang.
I got that joke.
Oh, good God! I'll tell you what. But thanks to Jared Jaffe for stopping over. Really appreciated getting to see him and enjoying winning that bracelet. I'm really happy for the guy because I just know, how hard he really worked to get there and what kind of a person he is, and people just love the guy to death. And he has had a lot of close runs, so very happy for Jared Jaffe taking that one down. All right, let's step back. Let's take another commercial break. I think we're, if you don't mind, Joe, I think we'll go to 3:30 because I want to have an extensive discussion with you, continuing what happened last night. Because, boy, our chat box was all fired up about the Daniel Coleman one-drop thing.
It seems to be a little bit damage control going on.
All of a sudden, what a shock.
Yeah.
So let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on the Mark Hoke Show along with Joe Payne. Having a great time here at the World Series of Poker. So stick around, everybody. We will be right back.
RunGoodGear.com is one of poker's premier online stores for apparel. Their mission is to provide poker players with stylish and comfortable clothes for their daily grind. You've probably seen Run Good Gear at the World Series of Poker through Run Good Poker Pro Rob Salaburo or around the country through the WSOP circuit. Today, RunGoodGear.com is the place to go to gear up for the poker felt. So go there now with the promo code HOKE. That's HOKE for 10% off your entire online purchase. Remember Hoke. Now go gear up.
When it comes to custom poker tables, why would you buy something someone else designed and even named for their sales or marketing purposes? The Nighthawk, the Gambler, the Big Slick, the Nuts. Sure, you can customize it if you want, as long as you choose between black, red, or even green cloth, but that's about it. When you choose to play off tilt, it's not just another table, it's your table. The same price gets you a fully custom designed table that reflects your style and game. Off tilt makes it easy to design a truly one-of-a-kind custom poker table that'll give you home table advantage. Sure, Off Tilt could name their tables for marketing purposes, but why? It's not ours. We don't play on it. And to be honest, there are over 1,000 named Off Tilt tables worldwide, including the WSOP, the Deep Stacks Poker Tour, the Jonathan Papelbon, as well as Julie's, Chris's, Scott's, Amber's, Tristan's, just to name a few. So let us add your name to the list and deliver a truly custom-crafted, furniture-quality poker table worthy of your game. Visit www.offtiltpokertables.com or call Brian Knott today at 262-490-3812. We'll show you why Off Tilt is the only way to play.
Sports bettors, tired of getting beat every week at your sportsbook? It's time to stop guessing and start winning. We all know cash is king, and it's time to let the team at Double Digit Covers come to the rescue to help you get the positive cash flow you need to live the life you've always dreamed about. Tony Dos and his all-star sports handicapping team will be in your corner to help you beat the point spread, bring excitement and winning to your betting experience, and build your bankroll to levels you never thought possible. Get free winning sports information at doubledigitcovers.com. Stop guessing and start winning today at doubledigitcovers.com.
Call now for today's free winner. 1-855-489-2700. That's 1-855-489-2700.
At At Team Poker Joker, we build innovative, high-performance, poker-focused apparel designed to keep you cool and calm in tough situations. Wait, no we don't. We've just got a cool brand representing the suits of this beautiful game called poker. Our gear won't make you better, but it will keep a smile on your face. So don't be so serious and show you know how to have fun. Get your Poker Joker gear today at TeamPokerJoker.com. Grin and win today at TeamPokerJoker.com.
9 poker players on a dramatic path to glory with unbelievable twists and turns that will keep you on the edge of your seat. It's the Final 9 comic from Room 110 Publishing. Go to final9comic.com to download the first issue preview and get ready for the official launch coming soon. 9 will become 1 way or another. Final9comic.com. And for more details, make sure to follow them on Twitter and like them on Facebook at Final 9 Comic.
The heat is on. Whether you're in the hot seat of a major poker tournament or just dealing with everyday life, stay cool with a brand new Arctic Blue cooling towel. Just wet your reusable and durable Arctic Blue cooling towel in cold water and you'll have instant cooling relief at your fingertips for up to 5 hours. The towel is lightweight and pliable, so you can keep it handy no matter where you are. Plus, it's absorbent enough to make sure you and your clothes stay dry while you stay cool. No need to sweat it out, no matter what you're doing, when you have an Arctic Blue cooling towel handy. So get the same cooling towel used by professional athletes, poker players, first responders, physical therapists, U.S. automakers, and even reality TV stars. So what are you waiting for? Visit them today at arcticblu.com and pick yours up today. Plus, enter the discount code MarkHokeShow when you check out and get 15% off plus free shipping to keep some of your cold hard cash in your wallet. It's like the Arctic Blue Bear says, it's not cool to be hot. So pick up your Arctic Blue cooling towel today.
One man, his lucky shirt, an unforgettable night, and a winning streak that never seemed to end. That's how Blind Squirrel began, and we haven't looked back since. We make the clothes that we want to wear for the places where we want to look and feel our best. The game, the speakeasy, and the casino floor. Blind Squirrel's small batch, high-quality gear is for people too busy grabbing life by the nuts to bother with crappy, ill-fitting clothing. Because like you, we prefer our nights long, our drinks strong, and our lucky shirt to be our most comfortable. So look good, be lucky, and visit blindsquirrelapparel.com for your new favorite shirt. As an added bonus, you'll receive 20% off your purchase with the promo code HOKE, H-O-K-E. You can also pick up Blind Squirrel apparel at the Borgata in Atlantic City and in Las Vegas at all Masura stores at Mandalay Bay, Monte Carlo, The Mirage, and MGM Grand. Look good and be lucky with Blind Squirrel Apparel.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Then follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show and like our Facebook page at The Mark Hoke Show for show news and outstanding poker content from around the world. Plus, enjoy the show anytime by subscribing to our podcasts on iTunes or at markhokeshow.podbean.com. We're even on your mobile phone at markhokeshow.podbean.com/mobile. Thanks for listening and being a part of The Mark Hoke Show.
This is The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
There we go. All right. Captain Brain Dead today, just stamping on my forehead. I am the CBD guy. Captain Brain Dead.
You're not 100% today, brother.
I'm not 100% today. I'm not going to lie. But I'm hanging in there.
You're like a car that needs an oil change. It'll run.
I need something else.
It'll run, but it's not going to run to its ultimate capacity.
I'm not going to be talking to you about it. That's for sure.
Oh,
Joe,
what do you need help with, Mark?
No,
I'm here for you, buddy.
No, you're not that here for me.
I'm here
buddy.
for you.
That's very kind. Did you like the guy jumping over the cone? By the way, that was pretty funny. That made me giggle. It's always different. It's a little different down here. I mean, I've been down here in this area the last 2 years. That was the first time they moved us all up to the Amazon room area. But it's kind of good to be back down here.
Well, I didn't do the show with you last year, so I actually liked the spot that we had. We were like right in the middle of everything.
Well, I know.
Just we're kind of like the redheaded stepchild right now.
You know what? But we're not, and everybody knows it because despite the fact that, of course, there are many other radio shows out there. They cannot compare it to what we do here. I mean, so many great guests come on the show every day. You know, we get all the big interviews, all the big stars.
I will venture to say that we've had more former bracelet winners and this year bracelet winners on this particular show than any other radio show that's doing shows out here.
I could probably say we've had more bracelet winners on our one show than other shows have had.
Hey, whoever's tracking down the bracelet winners for you is doing an excellent job.
You're doing
you want to keep them around.
I'm gonna fire you.
Hey,
are you kidding me?
You never know.
Are you kidding me?
You never know.
Joe Payne's the man, everybody.
I try to be.
It's friggin' fantastic. Well, of course, we continue on here. One event left on the schedule starting at 4 o'clock today. I had it sitting right here, and I really just...
Is that the last event?
It is the last event before the main event starting on Saturday.
So there's no event starting tomorrow, Friday?
Nope. Tomorrow's kind of satellite day.
Oh. So are we still doing shows here tomorrow?
No. It's the 4th of July, man.
Okay, just want to make sure.
We're partying it up. I'm going to take 36 hours and just get hammered.
Okay. You got anything special planned?
You know what? I can't wait to head over to Frank's place.
Frank.
Former WSOP Player of the Year, Frank Casella.
Oh. Having a little party, huh?
Yeah, he's having a little get-together. It's a little soiree.
A soiree.
Great time. He's got one of the best views, I swear to God.
I guess I'll be able to see that tomorrow.
You will see every firework in Las Vegas.
Oh, really? You'll see the fireworks?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Nothing like 4th of July fireworks in Las Vegas. It's pretty cool.
Is this going to be your second time at Frank's house or third?
Second time.
Second time.
Second time. So I'm very much looking forward to it. So thanks, Frank. Love you, buddy.
And thanks, Mark, for getting me into Frank's party.
Well, we'll see about that. I may change my mind.
Oh,
no,
I thought you weren't going to fire me now. Fired from the party. You're still on the show, but fired from the party.
So, well, let's talk. I wanted to get to talk to you a little more at length. Of course, we discussed it a little bit on the KLAV show. We're kind of having some tech issues at the beginning of that.
Oh, my God.
We got a little goofy on that one.
Did you listen to the rebroadcast?
No,
of the show?
I did not.
I'm hoping it sounds
not
as bad as I think it may sound. The audio.
It always sounds better. They always tell me it sounds better than what it sounded when we're here.
Is that similar to it always appears larger than it actually is?
Yeah, except it's in the good way.
Okay.
So, but of course, the big controversy with Daniel Coleman not doing an interview at the end of the one-drop tournament, and Daniel did put a post up on a site that shall remain nameless. I'm taking the Megyn Kelly stance on that.
Fox News.
Yeah, Megyn Kelly. There's
a site that remains nameless.
There's a bad person that doing something. They don't name the bad person. Well, we're taking the same route.
So are you saying the person who runs this site is a bad person?
No, I didn't say that.
Are you implying that? Or is he leaving that up to me?
Here comes the implier. We'll just no free plugs, right? But Daniel did put a post up there, explaining just how he feels like poker. It's a dark game. It's a very difficult living. I wouldn't encourage anybody to do it. I didn't want to hype it. I didn't want to hype myself. I didn't care. The interview meant that doesn't mean anything to me. So, but I think we may have seen some people making some convincing arguments that the interview should have been done. I mean, what do you think about that, Joe? I mean, you win the one drop. What do you do?
What I do?
Yeah.
I would give an interview.
Yeah.
But then again, I like self-promoting myself. So.
Yeah.
But I can understand his if he does not want to give it or chooses not to, I don't have a problem with that. He's not obligated to. Like as the point Blair made, the players are the ones who are putting up all the money. The Rio is taking their appropriate share. I don't know if the word appropriate is correct, but they're taking their share, and then there's a share going to our drop, which is a great charity, and that Guy Labier created, and that's fine. But nowhere in the registration forms you actually have to sign a waiver allowing yourself to be televised, but it does not say in that waiver that you must consent to giving an interview. And if he chose not to, I think that's his choice.
I like to see the waiver because I did ask Jack about. I asked Jack. Yeah, I did ask Jack and did I ask Seth? I know he asked Jack about it, and he just said, "Look, the guy bolded." I mean, I said, "Isn't that?" Isn't that in the form?
I don't think
Does
so.
They have to do the interview. And
no,
he said, "Look, well, he He left. I mean, what are we going to do?
No, I think
so.
you.
So I
you-
want to. Oh, I want to see the form because I do kind of think it's in there. JJ Lou, everybody.
that you're obligated to give an interview.
But
I don't know. I mean, I've signed it. Every time I play a tournament, you have to sign the TV release. It's a TV release, giving them the right to use your image, but it doesn't say anything about that you have to give an interview.
Blair Rodman. Speak of the devil, there he is. But I normally I wouldn't think it's a big deal. There are very few circumstances where I think you've got to take the time to do it. And we talked about this a lot on the show.
So what makes this particular tournament different than any other tournament?
How many poker tournaments are currently being televised on ESPN to the world?
2.
Exactly.
Well, 2, yeah.
2.
Okay.
Okay.
And
so
you don't think
2.
they have enough coverage without having to hear from the winner? Actually, I think it adds a little mystique to Mr. Coleman.
I think it made him look really bad.
Well, you know what? It's all according to how ESPN is going to present it.
It makes it a lot more difficult for him.
What gets cut out, what doesn't get cut out. That's how these reality shows work. They can make someone the villain on a reality show just based on what segments or what portions they choose to show and what they don't show.
He's already going against Daniel Negreanu.
So
you think
that the crowd
somehow I've got a feeling
the crowd favorite obviously was Daniel. Everybody's rooting for Daniel.
Right.
So you think that maybe played part of him not doing the interview, knowing that nobody was really rooting for him other than
I don't think
the
he was
Coleman family and friends?
I don't think he was really thinking about it at the time, but I have a feeling that this. Well, you know what? People get portrayed on TV, based on what these guys. Sometimes based on what these guys want people to think.
Exactly.
And given the fact that he snubbed them.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you this question: do you think if ESPN has the opportunity, if they have some sort of footage that's going to make him look not so good, they're probably not even thinking twice about?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Maury's not the kind of guy that really, is vindictive about anything like that. But I know he's going to be upset. He was upset about it. I would imagine.
He was, or you imagine?
I would speculate. I would speculate.
Which leads you to believe, or would be safe to assume that if they have a chance to make him look not so stellar, they will take that opportunity since he snubbed them.
It's hard to say.
I don't think it's hard to say at all.
It's the one drop. I don't know if they're going to try and make it too bad, but we'll see. But you kind of set yourself up for that if you did. So
I'm sure they got enough coverage and footage of Daniel, who's a great ambassador for the game.
Oh yeah, so. Daniel's going to be all over.
And from what I understand, I wasn't here, but Daniel spoke very, very highly of Coleman.
He did
of his playing ability. So that's kind of an interview about Coleman without actually interviewing Coleman.
Yeah.
And who better than to give that interview than somebody who just played heads up with you?
Right.
And Daniel had the lead for a while too, so it's not like Coleman had the lead the whole entire time. It went back and forth.
Yeah, it did. So that'll be interesting to see how that all turns out. Hey, here's another one I found that I wanted to ask you about, Joe, because of course being known as an advantage gamer.
Advantage gamer.
Gambler.
Ooh.
No, whatever.
AP,
sorry.
advantage player.
You're an app player. Sorry. I'm really off today. So here's Phil Ivey, who files a motion to dismiss the Borgata lawsuit, claiming Wynn was all skill, in quotes.
All skill and some good eyesight.
So the Borgata lawsuit accused Ivey of cheating at the casino by using a baccarat technique called edge sorting. But Ivey has responded, saying that his massive win was done by, quote-unquote, sheer skill.
The skill to be able to recognize imperfection in the cards is not cheating.
I agree.
These are billion-dollar corporations. Hey, how about putting some cards on the table that don't have a significant look to them?
Yeah, that wasn't smart.
Oh God.
They're
just sore losers. Borgata's a sore loser.
They handed that to him on
a
silver platter.
They can't even keep track of their chips during a poker tournament. They can't even keep track of their cards that are defective. So what's their way of solving the problem? We'll sue him. Go ahead. I hope when the case is finally thrown in a court that whatever money Phil and his partner had to spend defending themselves, I hope they have to be reimbursed by the Borgata.
Right. I think you're right. In this situation, there were so many opportunities for the Borgata to take away those edges that Phil had, with the deck and all the demands that he made, and they gave it to him. They gave it to him.
It's not like Phil did something that the casino executives never heard of. This is something that has been done in the past. It's been done. Okay, here's even a better example. Phil Ivey's been accused of doing the same exact thing in a casino in England, I believe.
Yeah, in London, yep.
So, I mean, if, casinos, there's not that many casinos in the world. There are a lot, but when you think about the there's not really a lot. There's a lot if you think about it, but there's not really a lot because they don't communicate with each other. So if you know this player has done this move before, or at least accused of doing this move, and not that long ago, within the year of the Borgata case, he sits down at your table and he's winning a lot of money. Wake up, people.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Use your brains.
I think Phil should say he won it because of the lack of skill on the Borgata staff.
I agree. Because that was
I know if I'm the president of Borgata and my crew is not aware of Phil Ivey, who he is, and the fact that he's done this at a Baccarat game over in England, wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say wake the fuck up?
You just did.
God, I don't like to curse, but really wake up. You're paying these guys, these supervisors, these shift managers, backup shift managers, paying them a ton of money for game protection. But they'll run around trying to
protect your game. Yeah, I agree. So
advantage players only become alive because of holes in the armor of casinos. When they put a game on the floor and they don't protect the game, some people who are a little on the smart side are going to figure out where the hole is.
Right.
And they're going to exploit it. And there's nothing wrong with it. You're not using any electronic device. You're using your brain, and in Phil's case, his eyesight.
Yep. Good work. Good work, Phil Ivey. I'm down with Phil on that. I am.
I have no problem with
Thrill with Phil.
Anytime someone can beat the casino at a game that they try to beat you up at, good for him, Phil.
Yeah. Hey, the 7-card stud going on, by the way. Some significant movement in this one. More away from Brunson than catching up. Or Todd taking extra chips here. But Brunson is at 980,000. Matt Grapenthien has moved into second, but he is at 410.
Oh, a little more than 2-1, yeah.
So Todd Brunson leading the way big in the 7-card stud tournament. Boy, I'll tell you what, because usually he's over at Frank's place. That might be an extra fun party tomorrow if Todd wins this.
Will it be over tonight?
I can give him a big hug.
He might. He's a pretty big boy.
He is a big boy. Ooh. Awesome beer pong player, too, by the way.
Your arms don't look like they're long enough to go around, Tom.
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't think I'm going to really try.
Okay.
I mean, give him the little, one of those.
They can get him on the air?
One of those reach back hugs. You know what I mean? The boom. Not the double, not the pull it in like a teddy bear.
Half a hug with the arm around
right,
the shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah.
The current stylish hug.
Yeah, it's a stylish, the bro hug. Can we call that the bro hug?
Remember years ago, things have evolved. You used to high-five people. Now it's the fist pump. It's the half a hug. Well, how did he come up with these things?
The pull.
The pull.
The kind of the arm wrestling pull in.
Yeah.
Pull in chest bump.
Yeah, and from that came the half a hug. The bro hug.
I blame Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire with the Bash Brothers thing. I used to be able to do the whole Bash Brothers thing. I don't know if I could do it anymore. I kind of forgot some of it, but
Jose Canseco.
Yeah.
Mr. Steroid.
Yeah, he's all right. He's doing okay. But Helmuth now is at 390. Steve Landfish 372. Ben Yu 355. James Obes 348. How about a bunch there? Man, you got 5 guys bunched up trying to chase down Todd Brunson on this. That's going to be fun.
What's going right on in the blue room right now?
It's probably over in the Amazon. I bet they're probably live streaming that puppy.
I thought live streaming's at night, though.
Yeah. It's Todd Brunson and Phil Helmuth.
That doesn't make a difference.
Maybe they need me in the booth.
I heard you made an appearance over there.
I did.
Working with one mic. Similar to what we did yesterday.
Oh, God. Couldn't even imagine. That was a tough day. Yeah, Casino Examiner saying Blair Robbins' audio was terrible. For a little while it was.
So, yeah, I know.
Yeah, we had a tough time there. I'm not sure what happened because we did the audio test. Everything was cool.
When you're doing a live radio show, it's painful when you know
something's going wrong.
Yeah, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, if we were doing a show that's tape delayed, you can stop, get it corrected, and then go. But
yeah, riding that tight wire is always fun. Yeah, but there he goes. So Todd Brunson kicked.
Casino Examiner, does he owe me any money?
Casino Examiner?
Was he in on that bet with Kaplan?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, there he goes. So the 7-card stud rolling right along there and looking pretty good on that. Let's take a look at event 60, the one that I should have won. I was the best player in that field. You know that, right?
You're the
Joe?
Best what?
I was the best player in that field. You know that, right?
I don't.
All those former world champions, but I was the best player in there.
I don't know that. But
okay, fair enough.
If you think that's fine.
Brandon Hall, 1.4. Cherish Andrews. I interviewed Cherish late last year. Talked about the possibility of her bringing home a bracelet, and now she is in second place right now at a 1.34. So could be a great battle here. David Bravin at 1.29. I hope that's not the guy that I was playing with who was donking off and getting lucky. God, I hope not. That would kill me if I saw him at the final table. Guillaume Marchal at 1.26. So, they're down to 13 already.
You know your chips are at the final table, right?
They are somewhere. Okay. They are somewhere in there. But this is really interesting to me with Brandon Hall and Cherish Andrews at the top of this board because Brandon Hall is from Littlestown, PA, and Cherish Andrews is from Chambersburg, PA. Those are both within about an hour of where I used to live. Coached it against both of those high schools repeatedly over the years.
What did you coach, wrestling?
Volleyball.
You coached volleyball, really?
Yeah, it's damn good, too.
Okay.
Yeah, believe it or not.
You're a good volleyball player.
I was.
When I think about good volleyball players, men's, I'm thinking of tall, lanky guys. And I'm looking at you. I don't see tall, and I don't see lanky.
I used to be able to jump, and I didn't let the ball hit the floor, and I had hands of platinum gold, baby. I dished them like nobody else.
Did they lower the net when you were playing?
No. I
just
you're
all of what? 5 foot.
I'm 5'7".
On a good day.
No, it's 5'7". No, see, but what I did was
you're the setup guy. You're not the spiker. I can tell you that.
I was a setter. Yes.
Yeah, you ain't no spiker.
I was a setter.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was pretty good. And I always made sure that my best middle was right next to me, just in case, just to make a few blocks over there.
Yeah, you weren't a blocker either. You set.
I got to tell you one of the great stories I had as a player was in the Keystone game, or no, it was in the Prairie Rose games when I was in North Dakota. Real quick deviation story here. We're up 5-0.
In a 21 game.
Now this was actually still south, so it was 15.
Okay, 15.
We're up 5-0 in the second game. We had won the first one, and we were playing against these guys named the Monster Brothers. Picture two guys about 6'3", 6'4", skinny, balding, and ugly as sin. Nice guys, but they were the Monster Brothers, and there was a reason. They were pretty good.
And ugly.
Went up, one of them went up for a swing, and I shut him down cold. The block was the sexiest block I'd ever made in my life.
You blocked one of the Monster Brothers.
I blocked one of the Monster Brothers. No help. Just shut him down.
Did you kick him?
No, I didn't kick him. I told you I used to be able to jump. I didn't used to have this. I lowered my own vertical leap, not the other way around.
Volleyball net is somewhere around 6'5", 7 foot.
Yeah.
And you're 5'7".
Yeah. I could jump.
So you're telling me you have a vertical leap of over 1 foot 4 inches?
I could jump.
And that just gets you to the top of the net.
No, I could jump. I shoved it down his throat, and they fell apart.
No,
it was beautiful. It was so beautiful.
And then when you woke up from this dream,
no, you want me to call one of my teammates right now? I'll get them.
I want you to call the Monster Brothers, and I want them to verify.
Screw the Monster Brothers. Screw the Monster Brothers.
I'm not buying this. You're 5'7", and you're blocking.
What do you want to bet on this? What do you want to bet?
Well, how do you prove it?
I will call my teammate, my longtime running partner on all my
There you
teams
go.
in North Dakota. I will call him up.
How'd you end up in North Dakota?
Went there to college.
Oh, you went to college there.
North Dakota State.
Oh.
Anyway, enough of that story. But like I said, it's really interesting seeing Brandon and Cherish up there, considering they live pretty close to each other. Chambersburg kind of right.
Now, was your volleyball prowess well known in Pennsylvania?
As a coach, yeah, people knew me just a little bit. Won a undefeated district championship.
So you coached
States
men's,
a couple
men's
times.
or women's volleyball?
I coached both.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did all right. I was good. Good at poker, too. Just not good enough the other night.
But you were the best that was playing
I was
at
still the
tournament.
best, but I just,
Just things didn't work out.
No, it just didn't work out. Sometimes upsets happen.
Okay.
Oh, my God. This is so terrible. I'm sorry. I deviated on that. Wookie Way's out there probably listening going, God damn it, stop talking about volleyball. Are you kidding me? But, yeah, well, good luck to Brandon and Cherish bringing it home to South Central PA.
Maybe.
It's not over.
yet.
Trying to. 15 left on event number 60. I can't remember if there's anything else really rolling right now because I think we've got everything just about settled. I think because that Omaha.
How many players are left in that tournament?
Event 60, 15 players left.
So will you give me 13-1 that neither one of the Pennsylvania boys take the bracelet down? I'll give you a chance to get your dollar back.
No.
I didn't think so.
But I do trust Cherish and Brandon. They're good players.
Plus, they got chips, too. It's not like...
Yeah, but there's a lot of
probably,
people right behind them, too.
It's probably worth more than 13-1. And you get two players. You don't have to get both of them. Just get one of them.
I have to get one to win.
Just to win.
I'll take it 30-1.
You're giving me 30-1.
No, I mean...
No.
No?
No.
Come on, Joe.
You got all the chips.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people with chips in that. Look at this. I'll pull it back up here for a second. It's a very, very competitive tournament at this point. Let me get the stats back up for you. 1.4, 1.34.
Who has the 1.4?
Brandon Hall.
Okay, the Pennsylvania guy.
Out of Littlestown.
Okay.
Cherish Andrews out of Chambersburg's got the 1.34.
So you got
1.29, you got 1.26, you got 1.1, 1.1, 950, 800.
Okay, they're currently 1 and 2 in chips.
They are.
And I got to give you 30-1?
Yeah.
Oh.
No?
Yeah. So maybe Nate will be the sucker of the day.
Who knows? All right. Well, so good luck to everybody there in event number 60. And, we're just about at ball game time, so I think we're going to
be back on at 6:30. Got a couple of big guests coming on.
Yeah, of course, tonight Tom McAvoy and Danielle Stryker, author of Poker Samadhi, as they are putting together a new Poker Samadhi book featuring pearls of wisdom from Tom McAvoy.
So they're doing a collaboration.
Yes. Should be something else. So we'll get to talk to the former main event champ and Hall of Famer along with Danielle Stryker tonight. So you guys make sure you join us at 6:30 p.m. this evening. And we will see you then. Joe, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
I didn't stop by. I just hear the whole show.
Yeah.
Stopping by means I just stop by. A cameo appearance, so to speak. You get more than a cameo from me, buddy.
That is very true. I apologize for using the word stop by.
I basically want to take credit for I'm in charge of the guests because you got me running around the whole entire rotunda here, tracking down people for bracelet winners. I don't just bring you a normal guest.
No, you do very well.
I got you Blair Rodman yesterday, bracelet winner.
Yeah.
I got you Jeff Jaffe today, bracelet winner.
You've done well.
I got you Ted Forrest? No, I didn't get you Ted Forrest.
You tried to kill on Ted Forrest. God, it's hard to believe we're almost through.
That was early too, wasn't it? Early.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it was 5 or 6 weeks ago that you scared the hell out of Ted Forrest. But yeah, we'll have some more podcasts up too. By the way, as soon as I get this put together,
Just said
unfortunately
Russ.
got a little hectic.
All I said was Russ.
Yeah.
Why does that scare people for?
I don't know. We need to get Russ on the show.
Oh, of course you look at me to bring Russ in.
Well, I don't know Russ. Oh, I can ask him. Give me the contact. I'll see what I can do. That would be interesting.
I'm sure there's a way of contacting Russ without going through me.
Oh, that's true. We can send up smoke signals.
But I already tell you that he'll probably say, not probably, he will say, no.
Come on, we'll put him in a hidden location.
You're not going to be able to promote the show until after it's done.
Yeah, good point.
You couldn't do it. Oh, tomorrow live with Russ Hamilton.
I can do it about 20 minutes before.
No,
but not at KLAB.
You can't tweet it.
We'd have to.
You could not say you did it until after you've done it.
I'd have to rent a car.
You'd have to do it in a cave somewhere.
That would be interesting.
But I tell you what, you would probably have your largest audience ever.
Probably.
I could make that happen.
It would be fun. All right, anyway, let's wrap this up, guys. So we'll see you tonight at 6:30 p.m. here on the Mark Hoke Show, live from the World Series of Poker. We know we've got Daniel Stryker and Tom McAvoy coming in, so should be a good one, along with what other crazies are hanging around here with, of course, the little 1-for-1 drop going on. And, might have that 7-card stud event over with by this afternoon, too. So
okay.
We'll see what happens.
We might know if Phil has his 14th.
That is a possibility. So let's wrap it up here, and we'll see you guys tonight, 6:30 p.m. here Pacific, here on the Mark Hoke Show. Thanks for joining us.